Have you ever felt like the person you once trusted, the one you poured your heart and soul into, is slipping away from you? When she says she needs more time alone, or that someone else understands her, these aren't innocent phrases. They're signs of an emotional exit strategy. In this video, we'll uncover the subtle ways she might be distancing herself, using everyday words as masks for a deeper truth. But here's why you should stay until the end. Understanding these signs early on can spare you from unnecessary heartache and guide you to reclaim your peace of mind. You'll learn how Stoic wisdom, from thinkers like Marcus Aurelius and Seneca, offers a powerful framework for facing these painful moments with resilience and dignity. When she tells you she's just friends with someone else or uses work as a reason to stay distant, it's more than a scheduling conflict. It's her way of retreating without having to say the hard words. By recognizing these subtle cues and responding from a place of strength, you can protect your inner peace and avoid getting trapped in emotional manipulation. We'll explore how to detach from the need for validation and embrace your self-worth, allowing you to walk away with dignity and resilience. This isn't just about managing a breakup, it's about mastering emotional control and focusing on your growth. Stay with us and discover the powerful Stoic strategies that can help you navigate through betrayal without losing yourself. Because, in the end, the strength you find in yourself is the only constant, even when everything else changes. If you are not subscribed, I recommend subscribing and activating the notification bell so you don't miss any videos. Your support means a lot to me, and if you enjoyed this video, you can help me continue spreading the valuable lessons by liking and sharing it. If you like the topic of this video, please comment 1. If you don't, please comment 0 to let me know how I can improve and make better videos for you. Now, let's begin. When she says, "I need more time alone," understand that these words carry a weight far heavier than they seem. This isn't a simple request for solitude. It's a subtle unraveling of the emotional bond you thought was shared. She's choosing to step back, not as a temporary escape, but as a quiet retreat from the intimacy that once existed between you two. Every syllable of that phrase is loaded with meaning. It's a coded message of withdrawal, a gentle yet painful sign that she no longer feels that deep connection with you. You may tell yourself she just needs time to think, that it's a phase she'll work through, but deep down, you know the truth. This is no phase. This isn't her seeking clarity. This is her way of slowly, quietly pulling away. If she still felt that same closeness, that need for you, she wouldn't be stepping back. When people truly care, they fight to stay close, not to find space. She may be trying to soften the blow, to let you down gently, but her need for alone time is the first step toward an emotional exit. The teachings of Stoicism offer us a way to face this reality with dignity and self-respect. Seneca wisely advised that we view life's events with the detachment of an observer, accepting what happens without clinging to illusions. This is where you have a choice, to react with desperation and confusion or to respond with composure and grace. Her retreat, painful as it may be, is beyond your control. Clinging to her or trying to persuade her to stay will only lead you to frustration and heartache. Instead, let her go, not out of bitterness, but out of respect for yourself. You deserve to be with someone who chooses you fully, not someone who drifts away, leaving you clinging to what once was. Her request for space is her way of closing a door. Trying to reopen it will only bring you more frustration, drawing out the inevitable end. As the Stoics remind us, our true power lies in controlling only our actions and reactions, not the choices of others. This is your chance to take control of your path, to detach from an outcome that's slipping away, and to shift your focus toward your growth. Let her go, and in doing so, you free yourself to grow, to rebuild, and to reclaim your destiny. Then there's the painful, gut-wrenching phrase, "We're just friends," but this time, it's about another man. She's not simply talking about a friend in passing. She's setting up a barrier between you and her emotions, signaling that her heart has wandered elsewhere. This isn't an innocent declaration of friendship. It's a boundary that separates you from the place you once held in her life. Somewhere along the way, someone else has found a place in her thoughts and her heart, a place that you once called yours. This person is now the one she turns to, the one she shares her thoughts and feelings with, the one she relies on for emotional comfort. Stop lying to yourself, convincing yourself it's nothing, that she's just being friendly. If she's already speaking of another man as just a friend, it's because her loyalties and emotions have shifted. This isn't just a platonic friendship. It's a warning that your relationship is no longer exclusive in her heart. This friend is someone she trusts, someone who listens, someone who brings her excitement. And while you're desperately clinging to the memory of who she once was to you, she's already mentally moved on, even if she hasn't fully said it. Marcus Aurelius, one of the great Stoic philosophers, once said, "It is not death that a man should fear, but never beginning to live." In this situation, it's not the end of this relationship that should fill you with fear, but the idea of staying stuck in a situation where you're not valued. When she says, "We're just friends about him," take it as a sign it is, a wake-up call to stop fighting for a connection that's fading. You deserve someone who values you fully, and who doesn't keep you waiting while investing her time and energy in another. Don't let yourself become her backup, waiting on the sidelines while she gives her heart to someone else. Walk away with your dignity intact, knowing that your worth isn't tied to her shifting loyalties. And then there's the phrase that stings deeply, "I have to work late." Understand that this isn't just about a busy schedule. It's her shield, a convenient excuse to avoid facing the real issue. She's hiding behind her job, using work as a distraction from the truth she isn't ready to face, that she's no longer invested in you or the relationship. If she truly wanted to be close to you, no amount of work would stand in her way. People make time for the things that matter, and her consistent excuse of work is a clear sign that you no longer hold that place in her heart. This isn't just about staying late at the office. It's about an emotional distancing, a barrier she's building to avoid confronting the issues in your relationship. In Stoic philosophy, we're taught to accept what's beyond our control and focus on what lies within our power. You cannot force her to care, to prioritize you, or to fight for the connection you both once shared. What you can do, however, is choose how you respond to her detachment. Don't let her excuses eat away at your self-worth. Accept that she's chosen to step away, and allow yourself to do the same. Don't waste your energy doubting yourself. Instead, see the situation for what it is and move forward. And perhaps the hardest words to hear, "Someone else understands me." She may try to frame it as an innocent comment, but this is the beginning of an emotional exit, a way of signaling that her heart is already with someone else. This isn't a harmless statement. It's her way of justifying her drift, of easing her guilt by implying you don't get her like this other person does. She's not simply mentioning a friend. She's admitting, in a veiled way, that her emotional connection is elsewhere. Think about it. If someone truly understood her, would she feel the need to tell you? This isn't about her feeling misunderstood. It's about her choosing to confide in someone new. It's about her sharing her thoughts, emotions, and even her heart with someone else, while leaving you in the dark. This isn't just a small act of betrayal. It's a clear signal that she's emotionally invested in another person. Marcus Aurelius reminds us that we should never be blinded by illusions. Her words may sound innocent, but they're not. She's already made her decision, and now she's shifting the responsibility onto you by suggesting you never understood her. Don't fall for this emotional manipulation. A high-value person recognizes the truth in these words and sees them for what they are, a sign that she's preparing to exit, to place blame, and to create distance. Her actions are not a reflection of your worth. They're a reflection of her inability to commit. When she says, "Someone else understands me," she's telling you in no uncertain terms that she's already checked out emotionally. This isn't a reflection of anything you did wrong. It's about her own choices and her lack of loyalty. This is your chance to rise above, to show her that your value doesn't depend on her attention or approval. Stoic wisdom teaches us that the only thing we can truly control is ourselves. In moments like these, remember that your self-worth isn't determined by her wavering loyalty. By choosing to walk away, to hold your head high, and to find strength within, you're demonstrating that you don't need to be anchored by someone else's indecision. You're choosing to value yourself over the comfort of clinging to what once was. Let her choices be her burden, and let your strength be your guiding light. A high-value man doesn't plead for attention or chase after validation. He knows his worth is far deeper than someone's fleeting interest. When he senses that someone is already drifting emotionally, he recognizes it, even if it stings deeply, and he moves forward with unwavering strength and clarity. It takes incredible inner fortitude to look at a situation for what it is, especially when feelings are involved. But here's a hard truth. When she says, "Someone else understands me," it's not an invitation for you to try harder, fight for her attention, or prove yourself. It's her silent confession, a way of saying without words that she's already investing herself elsewhere. Maybe emotionally, maybe even physically. And if she can't bring herself to admit that fully, it's because she's afraid of the finality. But as painful as it is, you must accept that if she's already divided her heart, it's time to step back and release her. Walking away from someone who won't stay takes strength, a strength that's rooted in self-respect and a deep understanding of one's value. A man who knows what he brings to the table doesn't waste time trying to convince someone to appreciate it. And when she says things like, "You're too good for me," don't let those words cloud the reality. This is not her acknowledging your greatness with humility. She's disguising what's happening within her, a gradual disconnect, a backing away that she may not even fully understand. It's easier for her to say those words than to confront her inadequacies. Rather than facing her insecurities and fears, she's projecting them onto you. When she says, "You're too good for me," she's making excuses to justify her behavior. This phrase isn't a compliment. It's a shield, a way of protecting herself from the discomfort of facing her limitations. The reality is this: when a woman begins to pull away, when her words turn evasive, and when she lacks the courage to simply say, "I'm not invested anymore," or "I'm seeing someone else," she'll often resort to these kinds of phrases. She wants it to seem like she's doing you a favor by stepping aside, painting herself as the selfless one. But there's no kindness in sugarcoating betrayal. She's not letting you go out of respect. She's simply easing her exit from the relationship while preserving her self-image. For a man of true value, this clarity is essential. You don't need someone who gives half their heart, someone who plays on words to cover their retreat. You deserve someone who is all in, not someone who is finding ways to slip out the back door. This is where the wisdom of the Stoics comes in. They understood that our peace of mind should never be at the mercy of another's actions or words. Marcus Aurelius once wrote, "The happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts." In other words, no matter what she says or how she tries to frame her exit, it doesn't define you. Her decisions, her words, these are merely external events. A high-value man doesn't let these things disturb his peace, because he knows his worth isn't contingent on someone else's inability to appreciate it. Her words are her burden to carry, not yours. If you are still watching this video and find these lessons useful, please comment 1 below to let me know that you are still here with me. A true warrior, a man who knows his worth, doesn't beg, doesn't plead, doesn't run after someone who's pulling away. When she tells you, "You're too good for me," he doesn't try to persuade her otherwise. He stands tall, holding his dignity close, and lets her go. He walks away with the quiet confidence of someone who knows that his standards remain intact, and that he will never compromise his self-worth for someone who cannot see it. This isn't a time to lower your standards or doubt yourself. It's a time to walk forward with grace and strength, knowing you deserve someone who won't hesitate to stand by your side. The Stoics teach us that betrayal, unfortunately, is inevitable in life. It's a hard reality, a lesson we often learn through painful experiences. But it's how we handle that betrayal that truly shapes our character. When it happens, those first words, her excuses, her shifting of blame, may sting, but don't let them sway you. Recognize them for what they are, an attempt to control the narrative, to make you doubt your worth. But as a Stoic and as a man of value, you must remember that her words don't create your reality. Your response does. True power comes from within, from the ability to stay steady, grounded, and unbreakable in the face of adversity. The act of betrayal is temporary, but the story you tell yourself afterward is what endures. Will you allow her words to linger, to tear down the foundation of self-worth you've built? Or will you rise above, recognizing that the pain, while real, will pass? The strength you gather in these moments will define you. True resilience, as the Stoics remind us, is forged not in easy times but in trials. When you emerge from this, you won't just be someone who survived betrayal. You'll be someone who has grown stronger, more aware, and more confident. So, here's the final truth, my friend. Don't let her actions determine your worth. Don't let her lack of courage shake your confidence. She's lost in her insecurities, tangled in her confusion. You, however, stand strong, a pillar of self-worth and resilience. This betrayal doesn't break you. It refines you. And while she may go searching elsewhere, unsure of what she truly wants, you carry forward, knowing exactly who you are, embracing the journey ahead with strength and clarity. You are a high-value man, a warrior, and no one's words or actions can take that from you. As we come to the end of this journey, take a moment to reflect on everything we've discussed. Have these insights into emotional distance and stoic resilience shed light on any relationships or experiences in your life? What have you learned about staying grounded, protecting your peace, and knowing your worth? We'd love to hear from you. What's one thing you've learned that you plan to put into practice? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Remember, your growth and inner strength are what truly define you, not the words or actions of others. If you found this video helpful, please leave a comment below, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel for more insights and guidance. Thank you for watching, and we look forward to growing with you.